You have to search for the cues that will help you to unlock your potential. Your mind is a house that needs to be unlocked with the keys that are hidden somewhere inside you, somewhere within you. And they are precisely the ones that will assist you to unlock the greatness that you possess, the greatness that is embedded within you. It is up to you as an individual to pick up the keys and start trying one after the other until you unlock each door of your house. If you seriously desire to bring change in your life, you must be willing to effect that change yourself. No one else is going to do it for you. It is your responsibility. It remains your task and your duty to ensure that you accomplish it. You have to make it happen yourself. To change your situation and your condition, you must be willing to make this change no matter what it takes. You must be willing to effect it. You must be willing to set it in motion. You must be willing to orchestrate it. The mind is a strong instrument that can achieve great things in life. There are many people who have managed to conquer the world through the imagination of their minds. We've got a good example of Helen Keller, who is one of those people who, through the power of the mind, was able to succeed against all the odds. Helen Keller was blind. Helen Keller was visually impaired. Helen Keller was deaf. And yet she was able to influence the minds of the people of the 19th century. One would have thought, one would have expected her to fold her arms and ask people to take her around so that she may beg for food, so that she may beg for things that will keep her going, the things that will nourish her body. But she said no, I cannot do that, not at all. That was not the best way to lead her great life. Instead, she took the bull by the horns despite her physical challenges. She was optimistic. She was so optimistic that she set things in motion because she was an optimistic human being, a wonderful daughter of this planet. She was a great soldier. She was a great fighter. She was a daredevil. She was a giant of humankind. She kept on fighting. Helen Keller remains a monument of humanity and strength to those who have to face unbearable conditions within their bodies. If things are not well in your body, it usually becomes difficult to focus on other things in life. However, those things you cannot change should not stand as a deterrent in achieving greater heights in your life, in achieving greater things in life. They should not hinder you or limit you or constrain you from going higher and higher in life. You should not give them an opportunity to triumph over your soul, to triumph over you. The great men and women of the past were able to keep going in life despite the challenges they were facing. They were able to push forward. They were able to move forward. They were able to propel their lives forward because they minimized the impact of their weaknesses by raising the status of their strength through sound and solid imaginations, because imaginations can take you places. Imaginations can move you from a valley to a mountain. They can propel you forward. They can push you beyond your limits. That's what imaginations can do for you, but you have to keep on imagining these things. You have to keep on setting these things in motions so that you can reach forward and you can achieve those things that you would like to achieve in life. The keys are there. The keys are there whether you're aware of them or not. They are there. You've got to take advantage of their availability. If you haven't discovered these keys, you've got to find a way of discovering them, because there are endless opportunities that nature has provided for you. You do have the keys to achieve greater things in life, and therefore you should never regard yourself as a hornless steer in a drove of horned cattle, because you are freely given the ability to grow your own intellectual horns that will assist you to fight for survival. Life is a battle for survival, a struggle for competitiveness. You've got to lock horns with life's challenges and find a way to defeat any hardship that threatens your existence. You are privileged and endowed with sufficient potential and capabilities to triumph and conquer everything that stands in the way. You've got this capability to triumph and transcend many challenges of this life. Don't feel inferior because you develop and cultivate a sense of dominance over nature so much that it obeys your laws with no choice. You are endowed with a range of capabilities to become a masterpiece, and you should use them to your advantage and continuously reflect on them and ensure that you keep them relevant to your life. If you have great ideas that you have allowed to lapse and fade in the background, reawaken them, resuscitate them, reinvigorate them. Give those ideas a new meaning so that they can renew and refresh themselves, and consequently give them a new expression in your mind. You've got to keep on doing that. Don't allow those who lack great visions to stand on your way of reaching for the keys. Don't allow such people to stand in the way, because they will stop you from reaching forward. There will always be naysayers around you who claim to know all about you, and such naysayers will appoint themselves as masters of the universe, as masters of your universe, masters of your space. They will claim to be all-knowing when it comes to your life. Such people will act as custodians of your life. They will act as custodians of your future. They will act as custodians of your journey. They will always be ready to offer advice on things they are neither sure of nor have knowledge of. But they expect you to believe everything they say. They expect you to abide by everything that they pronounce, by everything that they say. They manipulate your mind. They manipulate your mind to influence you, so that you may begin thinking that you were born with no talents. You were born with no potential. They want you to believe that you will not make the grade in your life, that you won't be successful, that there is nothing within you. They desire to interfere with your mind so that you act ultimately revere them to the point of losing trust and confidence in yourself. This will eventually curtail your thoughts and hold you back from reaching for the keys that nature has prepared for you from time immemorial. They will eventually stop you from reaching those things that are ahead of you, those things that are designed for you to get hold of. You must refuse to believe such people, regardless of how they portray themselves, because they are merely introducing negative intervention that is meant to undermine your efforts, that is meant to stop you from reaching forward the things that are meant to frustrate your progress. The longer you're under their mental dominion, the longer you stay under their mental dominion, the happier they are, because it allows them to exercise power over you. And as a result, it makes them feel psychologically stronger than you. Then they are joyful as they see you under their prowess, under their influence. They act as though they are holding your keys to success, that you cannot live without them. And they use that false thinking to subject you, to the extent that some of these people go further and use past events and experiences to suffocate your plans and dreams. If you share these great dreams with those working against you, they will find a way of discouraging you. They'll find a way of frustrating you. They'll find a way of constraining you, because they cannot visualize the things that are occupying your mind. Remember that the keys to your life are within you. They are embedded in you, not in anyone else. They are given to you so that you can nurture and that you can use them wisely and that you can set them in motion, that you can use those keys to unlock the potential that is in you. It is a pity that many people never get to find their keys. It is a pity that many of us will never realize our keys, will never get hold of our keys. It is something that you have to think about. To say, am I reaching to my keys? Am I able to tap into my potential? Am I able to tap into my keys so that I can unlock all this potential, all these capabilities that are within me? It's a question that I need to keep on posing on a daily basis, each and every day, to say that how far am I going in life? Am I trying the best I can to reach my potential? Am I trying the best I can to go deep down and ensure that those things that are hidden within me, that they are able to be activated in my life? Unlocking your potential means you first have to make peace with yourself and strongly believe that you have been given everything you need to be what you want to become. Your duty is to pick up the set of keys and try each key one at a time. The fact that one key does not seem to unlock your potential doesn't necessarily mean that it is the end of the world. You are carrying a bunch of keys and you will have to try another one until you get to the right one that will unlock your specific potential. If you remain idle and do not try the keys that nature has provided for you, the chances are slim that you will ever become your best. You will never be able to see your doors open up in front of you. But with hard work, with perseverance and patience, with habit, good habit, you can use the keys to unlock each significant potential that is hidden within your life. To realize this, you have to painstakingly do what you must do in order to open the doors of your mind. By doing so, you will usher in a new way of thinking. Many people have not tapped into their potential because they haven't made serious efforts at scratching the surface of their capabilities, at scratching the surface of their potential. More often than not, they allow the circumstances and background to dictate who they become. They pay attention to discouraging statements that are either manufactured in their minds or come from the people around them. For some reason, they have built walls and obstacles around them so that they may not move forward. These walls that they've built around them, these walls that have become their obstacles, perpetually block the vision and also frustrate will-be champions from reaching forward. Now you need to change that. You need to start doing what appeals to your imagination, such as motivating yourself to reach higher levels. Doing what you love is what needs to occupy your mind. You've got to focus on doing what you love dearly, what you love with passion, because that is what is going to supply you with perpetual energy, with vigor, with independence, with motivation and rational pleasure. Avoiding what you love immensely is a source of depression and dampens the spirit and mood of motivation. It shatters the hope of living a life of liberty. Pursuit of things that bring about joy calms the spirit and improves health and well-being. It prolongs your days. Therefore, a life devoid of these great attributes is a life bitterly lived and brings about a fair amount of miseries. All people should ensure that these amazing attributes become part of their portfolios. Since everything necessary and essential for your personal growth and achievement of your goals and vision is already embedded in you, the choice is yours to uncover it. You can choose to bury it for the rest of your life, or you can bring it up and use it efficiently to reach those greater heights in life. Burying your talent puts you in a position of dependency. Burying your talent stops you from being productive. It frustrates your purpose in life. Instead of becoming an asset, you end up being a liability to those who are around you, and consequently, you are a mere consumer of everything rather than a producer of things. Instead of being a driver, you become a driven and a load in the system. You're not supposed to think in that fashion. You're not supposed to treat yourself like that. Remember that you are strong. Remember that you are a strong being. Remember that you have within you what it takes to unlock your potential. But you've got to do it now. You've got to do it immediately. Do it while time is still on your side, while you are still breathing, while you are still alive, while you are still able to accomplish these things. The business of unlocking potential is not a once-off thing. It's not a once-off event. its process, and hence it demands a constant attention to numerous areas of your life that must be managed consistently. They have to be managed on an ongoing basis. It compels you to do due diligence in order to better understand the extent to which you have to effect new changes that will help you reach pivotal points of your life. As the captain of the ship of your mind, you diligently search for the keys to unlock every door. But you also understand that the first key you pick up might not be the right one to unlock the first door. It might be a key for door number 7 because there are numerous doors out there. It's a matter of time and all the doors will be unlocked. Keep trying day and night. Keep going, keep moving forward. You've got to reach forward. You've got to reach these things that we are hoping to reach. Give up your sleep. Give up your easy life if you are serious about unlocking your potential. You've got to give up your comfort because you will reach this task after laboring for many days. You must be willing to surprise yourself by reaching points that you never imagined. Nature affords you an opportunity to go beyond the ordinary, to go forward and attain higher levels that may seem unachievable, that may seem unattainable. It is highly motivating and fulfilling to go beyond the normal level and reach the heights that look humanly impossible to achieve. The thought of being uncertain as to what it requires to attain high levels of life stands as a motivating factor for you to keep pushing the boundaries of the knowable. You don't know what will be your breakthrough, but you know that it remains critically important for you to come out and to come about as you persistently work on your dream.